Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. Before I get into this video, big shout out to Kiwi Box for hooking me up with that intro. Kiwi, if you need anything, holla at me. Tweet me. Email me. I got you, bro. Now let's get into this video. We all know Eddie Hearn has really been doing his best to try and sign the Charlo brothers. I mean, that'd be a great pickup, especially considering his current roster at the middleweight division. I mean, they pretty much got all of the, all of the champions at 160 are on Dazn, right? You got Demetrius Andrade, you got, I mean, you could say Danny Jacobs, more or less, right? I mean, he's promoted by Eddie Hearn, and it's looking like he might be coming to Dazn anyway because of the HBO thing. And then you got Canelo, who's recently joined Dazn. He's got the WBC and the WBA championship. So, to be honest with you, if Jermall Charlo wants to fight with Canelo Alvarez or any of these other champions, he's probably going to have to, at some point, venture over to Dazn. But from what I understand, PBC is still paying both of these dudes pretty well. And, you know, they're not fighting the best competition available, in my opinion. I mean, Jermall Charlo's about to fight Willie Monroe Jr., and then Jermell Charlo's about to fight Tony Harrison. I don't want to see either of these fights. You know, Jermell, honestly, what's up with you and Jarrett Hurd? Why is that fight not taking place? I don't believe Jarrett Hurd has a fight coming up soon. I mean, let me check his box rec real quick. Let me confirm this. Jarrett Hurd currently, yeah, he doesn't have a fight. He doesn't have a fight coming up, so why is he fighting? Why is Jermell Charlo fighting a guy that we don't want to see him fight? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about the situation. Now, Jermall Charlo, a little different, but we can kind of spin it. You know, the WBC ordered Jermall Charlo to fight Triple G. Triple G, as of today, his team has said that they have no plans on fighting Jermall Charlo next, right? So he's gonna fight Willie Monroe Jr. I mean, I'm really not interested in seeing this fight. Is Willie Monroe a decent fighter at 160? Yeah, but, you know, we don't want to see that bullshit. I'd rather see Jermall Charlo fight one of the other champions if you can't fight Triple G. But again, this is going to require him going over to Dazn. And I believe Eddie Hearn has said the same about a lot of other champions. He said, well, if they want to come over, I mean, if they want to fight one of these champions, they got to come over. He's got a monopoly on middleweight right now, or Dazn does, rather, because, you know, with the recent addition of Canelo and then Jacobs, of course, under his banner, he's got a monopoly at 160, just plain and simple. Now, I want to get into Jermall Charlo's most recent statement about Eddie Hearn. I'm going to go ahead and read this off. Eddie Hearn on some love and hip-hop shit. He's trying to get artists who are already done and washed up. You see artists you don't even see in a long time. You see them on Love and Hip Hop, right? How many L's do some of Hearn's fighters got? Do he really got superior undefeated dogs? Dazn, it's a dozen dummies. Let them do what they do. Hearn get burned, you dig? It all sound the same. Don't worry. Look, we're going to continue doing what we doing. Jermall Charlo statement. So he's saying, like, a lot of the fighters over at Dazn are washed up fighters. I mean, there's a lot. There's truth in that statement. I mean, there's some bum. You got Tevin Farmer, bum ass over there. I don't respect Tevin Farmer. All right, but there's a lot of bum ass fighters over there. But the fact still remains. You can make that statement, but in terms of 160, he's got the cream of the crop over there, right? He's got Andrade, he's got Jacobs, he's got Canelo. Those are three very good names in your weight division, right? But cool. You're going to fight Willie Monroe Jr. Perhaps you could fight, what's that drug addict's name? Billy Ho Saunders. Perhaps you could fight him in the future, right? But I know Jermall Charlo chasing that fight with Canelo Alvarez. What better way to entice Jermall to come over than to, you know, try to get him a fight with Canelo? I really doubt if Canelo would fight him at this point. You know, the WBC was already trying to set that up. You know, and you know what? Another thing, man, like, he was already the mandatory for the WBC champion, right? So, in all honesty, after Canelo beat Triple G, Jermall should have already been the next fighter that he was supposed to face. But I get it. The WBC wants to play nice with Canelo. You know, they want to say they're sorry, and throughout the whole drug situation, they were siding with him, which was complete bullshit. Canelo Alvarez, I still feel, is a drug cheat to this day. And who knows how long he had been juiced up like that. Now, he did have a very good performance against Triple G, which when he was last in the ring. But, you know, I feel some type of way about that situation in Canelo. Canelo's going to be fighting, I forgot the guy's name. I really don't know. He looks like Aaron Rodgers, okay? But he's going to be fighting him next. And then I assume he's going to get back on his 2 fights per year schedule, right? Where he fights in May and he fights in September. He's got 11 fights. I want to assume that after every 3 fights, he's going to have a tough opponent, right? So, Jermall Charlo, don't keep your hopes up. I really doubt you'll ever get a fight with Canelo. Canelo might even move up to 168. Like, he might move up. So, who knows? Like Jermall Charlo is really in a bad spot right now if he's looking to become a real champion at 160, because it's set up for him to lose. He's set up to take a loss. And I'm not talking about his record. I'm just talking about in terms of negotiations. If he wants to fight one of these champions, he got to sign over to Dazn, man. But do he really want to do that? Are they even offering him enough money? He's saying they got to add some more M's down, man. That's what he's basically saying. But I wouldn't mind seeing Jermall Charlo versus Danny Jacobs. I wouldn't mind seeing Jermall Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade. Those are 2 good fights. You know, if he can't get Canelo, if Triple G doesn't want to fight him, those are still some big names that you could fight and build off or build up on, you know? I mean, his resume is not the worst, but it could be better. Now, Jermell Charlo, you know, you got to, if you're trying to unify at 154, I'm not sure why you fighting, who else he fighting? Tony Harrison, right? When Jarrett Hurd doesn't have a fight coming up. Have you guys even tried to negotiate that fight? Who knows? Who are the other champions? You got one belt. Jamie Munguia, I completely forgot about, dude. Now, in other news, Jamie Munguia has 1 fight left with his Golden Boy contract, and a lot of people are saying that he's going to be moving over to Top Rank. So why didn't you try to secure that fight? You know, you had options. Why are you not trying to unify? I mean, is it you and your team? Is it Golden Boy? Is it Dazn? I mean, well, shit, you and Jarrett Hurd got the same advisor, Al Haymon. That should be an easy fight to make, man. Again, I don't want to see Jermell Charlo versus Tony Harrison. I don't want to see Jermall Charlo fight Willie Monroe Jr. It's bullshit. And if you think these are some good fights, then you full of shit too. Hitman Boxing, let me know what y'all think about the current state of the middleweight division. Middleweight division is popping right now. It's definitely popping. But at the end of the day, man, it's like these dudes are just waiting to see what Canelo does. But to be honest with you, between Jacobs, Andrade, Charlo, you know, these guys, don't hold your breath. You probably won't get a fight with Canelo. If anything, Jacobs should get the fight. Well, if anything, Jacobs probably will get the fight because, man, I just think Canelo will beat the living shit out of Jacobs, man. That's an easy fight for Canelo, in my opinion. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. Let me know what you guys think. Should the Charlo brothers sign into Dazn? Should they stay with PBC? I mean, if they stay with PBC, what are they going to do? They're going to continue to fight these Tony Harrisons, you know, these Hatleys, John Jacksons. They're going to continue fighting motherfuckers like that? I don't want to see that. So let me know what you guys think the Charlo brothers should do in terms of dealing with Dazn and Eddie Hearn. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video. Again, shout out to Kiwi Box. Make sure you go follow him. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. And I'm out.
the dirt. As a shorty, I was studying my roots. Quiet dude, neutral, playing everything cool. Been a lot of things, I ain't never played a fool. Young OG and I'm pouring up a deuce. Catch me riding with a bad chick beside me, feeling glorious like life is astounding. Let's get high and sit on top of a mountain. This right here should have the real niggas bouncing. Yeah, chill God back in effect. I do it for the love, but I'm trying to get a check. Need that respect, ain't no doubts about it. If a nigga hesitating, I'ma snatch him out it. Tired of these niggas thinking they know me. I was on my 5th life back in 03, doing things that they could not imagine. They just wishing code names be Aladdin. Real niggas since day one, A1. You know what it is when I come on. Vibing, riding this way.